Talks After Isha here, episode 3, U.S. Havana.
Mad League.
And today we got a special guest. I ain't gonna lie, for this episode, I need a lot of people to take their notebooks out, really study up. Who we got here?
My name is Ryan Ferreira. Yeah, pretty much it.
So, Ryan, tell the audience more about yourself, where you come from.
Yeah, I'm Dominican American. I was born here in Philly, but I was actually raised in Dominican Republic for 7 years.
Oh.
Yeah, I speak Spanish and English fluently. Nothing much to me. I'm in college. I hoop, probably the best out here for sure. pretty much, pretty much it though. I don't really do much. Just like everybody else, just grinding every day.
All right, so what was life like growing up in Dominican compared to growing up in Philly?
Sheesh, no phones. Like I grew up in the countryside, so I never had a phone until I was like.
Because I was just at Punta Cana, I had a blast.
Where? No, it's called San Francisco Macorís. So it's like southeast, but it's all countryside. Whereas Punta Cana is like the tourist
So how
side.
far is that from each other? Like,
Probably like 2 hours. Yeah, roughly 2 hours. It's fire though. It's just like I said, grew up with horses. I was a farmer growing up,
Okay.
and then came here. Yeah.
Wow. So, like, I know Philly is like a city, and, like, you grew up in the countryside. What was the transition from, like, Dominican to, like, Philly?
It was hard. Even now, it's still hard adjusting sometimes, only because I'm so used to it. But whereas when I was there, I would sleep outside with people, tent. I could go wherever I want, like
Right.
do whatever I want with animals all the time. So I was just doing stuff. Whereas when I came here, I was not allowed out.
Giving Tarzan.
Nah, no, but it was lit. It was just like a community. It was more community. It was like 200 people max in my neighborhood. So
Wow.
compared to here, where it's like millions,
Right. So, I see that that you started this little financial stuff. What made you get into that, and like, what gave you the confidence to start like helping other people around you and
Yeah.
helping like using your social media platform to like uplift that?
Nah, great question. I actually got into financial literacy about 2 years ago.
Okay.
I was having a hard time saving. I was in school, but I had a mentor actually. He was like, yo, you know about Roth IRA? I was like, no, what is that? He was like, oh, is this a retirement account? You put money, it grows, and then by the time you retire, you'll be a millionaire. I'm like, all I heard was money. I was
Money,
a
money,
millionaire.
money.
That's all I know.
Right.
But I've been doing it for, like, actually learning for 2 years. But last month, I was like, man, let me take it serious. It might take me somewhere,
Right.
If it don't, at least I get to help people. But if it does, I want to travel the world just helping people with their money.
Right.
Always gonna need that. People always gonna need money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, so like money means a lot, but like, what does money mean to you? Like,
Money for me doesn't mean a lot. It's more freedom. I work at a corporate job right now. I'm a finance major, so I do like corporate banking.
right.
Not that I hate it, but it's just not me. I'm more of an outdoor dude, the way I grew up.
Yeah.
So I want to use money in order to get my freedom back rather than be a millionaire. I don't care about houses, all this stuff.
Okay. And like, what made you start with content? Like, start creating content. I've been seeing a lot lately. Like, you've been, posting a lot of like financial stuff, and also like influencing a lot of people around you. Like, what made you start doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I always see people giving advice, and I'm like, man, some of the advice that they give, I'm like, I could do it.
Right.
And they have, hundreds, if not thousands of followers. But I just saw a lack of it where I grew up. In Philly, I don't really see much people talking about it. It's people from Cali, Texas, stuff like that. So I was like, I could connect with them more. Plus, you actually, you did help a lot. I see you doing your streamer stuff. And I was like, man, why am I so afraid? Like, your freedom gave me freedom to do it. So
Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate that.
so why do you think so many people in like the community and like the urban area like stay broke?
we always got that mindset we try and be better than the other person. You know what I mean? So if he got Balenci's, well, I need to get the new ones. Or you want to look rich rather than be rich. I think that's the thing that everybody does, whereas we're not taught to invest and save. And the biggest thing is also we're not taught these things in school, so why would we do it when we get older? You know,
Right.
and I think it's on purpose. I think the system is made like that on purpose.
So what you feel like is one of the biggest like financial mistakes like young people make?
Yeah, it's called lifestyle inflation. So basically, you make 10,000 a month. You will one day, don't worry. But you make 10,000 a month. Why are you spending 11 or 12,000? Try to live off 7 and then invest the rest.
Right.
Have you ever dealt with like self doubt?
Yeah, for sure. I still deal with it now. Like right now, I'm shaking. I'm a little nervous, but it's part of it. You know what I mean?
Like
yeah,
right now?
Yeah, even now, sometimes I'm like, why am I here? Like, why me? Why not somebody making thousands of dollars constantly or running their own business? Whereas I'm just a regular college student that's still in debt with college loans, and you know what I mean? But I know that even in time of doubt, that if you trust yourself, I know that I could do it for sure.
All right. So how is it working a corporate job and being in college?
Um, Man, it's a lot. I work 9 to 5 for the first time ever. Never worked a 9 to 5, so I feel like, yeah, bro, it's insane. It's true what they say about them 9 to 5s, bro. It takes your life away. But it's cool though. I get to learn a lot. Like I said, it gives me experience, but it's not for me. It's definitely not for me.
So you more on the content side?
Yeah, definitely. Or not even just that. I want to start businesses. So there's businesses I've been trying to start. I don't know if y'all heard Amazon FBA, things like that.
I heard of that.
Yeah.
Explain more to the viewers about that.
Yeah, so Amazon FBA basically is 66% of the things that is sold on Amazon is actually sold by a third party. So that's somebody like us. So we'll buy something wholesale, say from like Walmart, Target, and we'll buy it for $20 and we'll sell it on Amazon for like 40. So we'll get a profit and Amazon gets a profit. But it's pretty difficult. It's oversaturated, so a lot of people are doing it. But I know somebody making millions right now from
Okay.
that. Yeah, they live in Miami and all that.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, they just moved. They from Philly too.
Do you know what's their name? Can you put their name out there?
Can I do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. His name is Evan. I don't know his Instagram. I'll send it to you if you want to pop it up.
Okay.
But yeah, he's actually somebody that was teaching me. Like I said, it's just very difficult.
Shout out Evan, man. Evan, come teach me.
Yeah, that
I'm trying to
man,
get
yo,
out
he
here,
he
man.
doing it, bro. He really
Yeah.
doing it. So shout out him, man.
All right. So what do you think, in your opinion, is more important, making money or learning how to keep money?
Learning how to keep it. Anybody can make money. You can make money
Yeah.
right now. You know what I mean? But the thing is, yes, you can make it, but can you keep it? Like for example, I think it's 60% of the NBA players after 5 years after retirement they go broke. You know what I mean? Like there's people that hit the lottery and 3 years later they're broke.
Yeah.
So anybody can make money, but can you keep it? Is the real
Alright.
question.
What advice would you give to the younger folks to like save better and manage money better, if they never had like nobody on top of them,
Yeah.
to help them with that?
No, definitely research. Research is the biggest thing. First is knowing, can you save money? A lot of people don't know. Say, for example, like I knew I couldn't save money. If I had $5, a week later I would spend $5. So it's just understanding, can I save that money? And then after that, okay, let's go on Google. Let's go on ChatGPT. You know, that's big. ChatGPT is not just about homework. Like, search it up.
That's my best friend.
Yo, me and
That's why I be like
ChatGPT
that.
locked in.
He taught me so much
I told you, ChatGPT.
Bro, that and TikTok. Like,
Yes,
you go
yes.
online. You go online. TikTok would be like, yo, how do I save? How do I invest? What is a Roth IRA? What is a 401k?
Yes.
So it's just doing the research. You know what I mean?
So, like, speaking of ChatGPT, I'm a big believer in ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT for everything, whether you like it or not. But trust me, it helps me.
Oh, God.
But like, be knowledgeable about a lot of things. Like, speaking of that, what's like the mindset of like continuously like keep going with this content stuff and keep like teaching people financial literacy? As you can see, you started content recently, and I know right now a lot of people is not giving you the attention that you probably deserve because financial literacy is very important. A lot of people my age, a lot of people your age, a lot of people younger than us, a lot of people older than us, like don't know how to save, don't know how to keep their money, and don't understand what profit and investing mean. Like, what's the mindset behind that keep going and keep pushing this
Yeah,
content?
I think my thing is, I see too many people that don't look like us have too much money and have things. So I'm like, why can't we have it too?
Right.
So it's just that mindset where I remind myself, I want to spend this extra 100, but I know that if I save it and it grows later down the line, I'm gonna be better off.
Right.
And half the time, the things we spend money on, we don't really need it. You
We
know what I
don't.
mean? We
Right.
just like there's people out here struggling. I come from DR, so I know kids that I send money constantly. They can't even buy shoes.
They can't.
Yeah, so I try to think about that.
So speaking of like DR, like how does your culture and where you came from influence a lot of like, the stuff that you're doing now? Like how does that come like
Yeah, no, it for one humbles me. It humbles me a lot. Whereas, like right now, I'm making the most money that I ever made in my life because
Right.
corporate finance. But I just remind myself that it's not about the money.
Right.
Like, yes, they don't got as much money, but the freedom that they have in DR is insane. I know people that work for 3 days and then the other 4 days are partying. You know what they say about Dominicans? All they do is party and
I
chill.
was rich down there, no cap.
Bro, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we come here and we got to work 6 days a week at least. You might take off Friday for Juma prayer or maybe Sunday for church, but that's about it.
Facts. Speaking of like, you like I see now that you really like been following Christ and stuff like that. Us three we're a big believer in like religion and stuff like that. Like, how do you like battle like going to church, influencing people to follow like God, follow Jesus, follow Christ, and how does that like relate with like influence them also like be very smart with your money, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I got my struggles. I think we all do.
Yeah,
We all got our own struggles. So I just try to remind myself that these are my brothers.
Right.
Whether you believe in the same God I do or whatever,
right,
we're still brothers at the end of the day.
right,
So just reminding myself. But also, there's a quote in the Bible that says, save for a rainy day.
right,
Don't just spend everything now. Save for tomorrow. Save for your generation. So
right.
I try to keep that mindset that
That's
if God
heavy.
tells me to do that,
That's heavy.
why shouldn't we?
What's
great.
habits you had to stop, like when you start getting into financial literacy?
Oh, yeah. First was not eating out. Yo, I love Chipotle, bro. I used to go to Chipotle 7 days a week. Like, it was it was bad.
Damn.
So one is just eating out. I cook more. I cook more at home now, so that's good too because I'm learning how to cook. I'm taking care of my body. But also another habit is it's called automate investing, automate your savings. So basically, say you get paid today, and every 15, you get paid 800. So what you could do with your bank is actually automate 10%, maybe less, maybe more. So automatically the bank saves your money. So it takes a part. So say it's 10% of that 800, so $80. So I don't notice like, they just took 80, but I know that when I need it, it's there. So automating, not eating out. And if you're gonna make a big purchase, think about it before. Like give it a day or two. Like if you wanna buy a new car, or maybe it's a watch, or maybe some shoes, give it a day or two. If you still feel that excitement, then go buy it. But if not, then you shouldn't really get it.
How important is it for you to give like financial game to like your peers and like your community? And like, do you give any back home to like people in DR and stuff like that? Because it's good for everybody to learn how to manage it, even people out the country.
Yeah. Back home, not yet. That's something I want to do. Only because it's harder to reach them. Especially with my social media. It's mostly people from Philly, New York, things like that. But here is just like I said. The reason I do it is not for the money. Yes, the money is nice. Hopefully in the future I'll make it big. But I'm just tired of seeing our people struggle.
Right.
That's just the honest fact. I go to Westchester University, so I'm around, whiter folks, and I see everything they have, and I'm like, why are we missing? Like, what are the things that we missing? And I noticed that the thing that we are missing is just that financial literacy part. And actually, financial literacy is something that just became mandatory class in Philadelphia last year for the first time ever.
Crazy.
Yeah, before it wasn't a mandatory class. So you would tell a kid who's 17 or 18, get this loan at school for $30K, but you won't tell them what interest rate are. You don't tell them how much you got to pay this back, that you can't, you know what I mean? You
That
can't
shit
sign this
add up.
off. It adds up.
Interest is the devil.
Yo, it is the devil. That's why you're not even like, I'm pretty sure in Islam, you're not even supposed to take interest. And it makes sense. It makes sense why. Like, interest really kills people. So it's just these things that we're not taught. And I'm like, man, how can I give back? Even if it's 1 or 2 or 3 people, like, at least I help them. But I want to hit the world for sure.
All right, so with you being in college, how important do you think it is to surround yourself around people with the same goals as you?
Man, it's very important. There's this quote that I love. It says, show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are.
Could you get more into that?
Yeah, so basically, it's like, show me who you surround yourself with,
Okay.
and I'll show you who you will end up as. So if I'm in a corner every day, you know what I mean, smoking or maybe just doing stuff that is not productive, you're most likely going to end up like them. Which is no hate, no disrespect, but that's just not who I want to be. But if I surround myself with people that's actually trying and doing things like you, who's streaming, or all 3 of y'all, or the cameraman who's actually putting in work, you know what I mean, then I know that I'm going to elevate myself because I have to in order to keep up.
Okay.
So that's why it's so important.
How old are you now?
I'm 22 now.
All right, so
Yeah.
what would you tell your 18-year-old self? Like, what advice would you give your 18-year-old
Yeah,
self?
that's good. One is start trusting in God. I didn't really start following God till I was like in my 20s, maybe 21.
Okay.
But 2 is just, if you want to be rich, do what the rich do. You know what I mean? So just do that research, whatever it is. If you want to be a streamer, do what the streamers do. If you want to be a hooper, do what the hoopers do. What are they doing? They putting in work, even in times that people don't see it.
So I know you was talking about your mentor Evan, and now he's living like the life like probably sooner you would want to live in.
Yeah.
What's like some challenges or some setbacks that you've been having, and also what's like the motivation outside of him to like keep going, like
Yeah, is it in just that business exactly or life?
just life in
Life in general?
Yeah.
Okay. just reminding myself, man, it's never too late. Like I watch a lot of motivational TikToks and Instagram videos and stuff like that. It gets me up there, yeah. Like it'd be like, get up, like stuff like I love David Goggins. I have his book. I know people say like he's kind of toxic because he's like, yo, you ain't shit. Like I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss, forgive me. But like you ain't nothing, this and that. But like I'm the type of person, I'm hard headed. I need to hear that stuff in order to grow. So it's just reminding myself, you're still young, and you're gonna have a family one day, or you're gonna be that father who never had anything and you end up in the hood, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Or are you gonna be that father that worked all his life and grinded, and now your family in a mansion and your whole neighborhood too? Because I'm not just going alone, I'm trying to take the community with me.
Trying to take the guys.
Hey, I'm trying to take the guys with me, because if I'm eating and y'all not eating, it don't feel as good. The food ain't that good. But if everybody eating, the food a little better. You know, when you around, y'all, I know y'all don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but you around Thanksgiving meal, everybody there, food tastes better. But if you alone, it's like, yeah, it's cool, I guess.
Facts.
What age you feel like people should start investing in like building wealth?
You said what age?
Yeah.
Oh man, if you could be 1 year old and start learning
Immediately.
yeah, because the sooner the better. So there's this thing, you know, Roth IRA stands for individual retirement account. So basically, it's an account, you add money, you pick stocks. So for example, Google is a stock, Apple's a stock, Nvidia. So different things are stock. Nike. You add money in there, and over time, that stock or that company grows. So the more time you have, the more money you get. So say, for example, you start at the age of 20 with $73. Every single month, from 20 to 65, you'll retire with 1.4 million. But if you start at 30, same amount of money, you only retire with $433,000.
Wow.
So the sooner the better, for sure.
Do you think discipline beats motivation?
100%.
Why do you say that?
Because sometimes I'm not even motivated to go to the gym. You know, no disrespect. Today I wasn't motivated to come because there was so much going on, but I was like, yo, I need to be disciplined. If I tell her I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there.
Right.
So it's just that discipline. Motivation is good in the moment, but what if you don't have it, then what? You're not going to do it? You know what I mean? You probably don't feel motivated every day to go and stream or maybe travel and do all these things, spend all this money, but yeah, you know if you're disciplined with it, you're going to succeed. Anybody who has succeeded is disciplined.
How important is discipline like when it comes to financial literacy?
Oh, very, very. Like I said, it goes back to that saving. If you're not disciplined, you're going to take your money out constantly. The whole point of saving is letting it compound. So basically letting money grow on top of each other. So if you're not letting it grow, then you're not saving, you're not investing.
So I got a couple quick questions for you. These probably gonna be controversial, but give out your honest answers.
All right.
We're gonna start off with, is being broke a mindset or situational? Because like you said though, like people might immediately pick into like being like, oh, it's a mindset, but also like being from DR, like and I'm Senegalese, like in Senegal I see a lot of them like they want to be rich, but like they don't have no like resources to like get there. So like, is being broke a mindset or situational? Like, that's a tough question. Cause
I think it's an easy question. I think it's a mindset.
Okay.
Because I think God wants everybody to prosper.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like for example, people in Senegal and DR, they don't have the opportunities we have. That's
Right.
why our families came here.
Right.
But at the same time, I know there's people around them that's selling tires or
Facts.
doing little things where it's like, yeah, they might not be making hundreds
Right,
of
right.
dollars, but they're making an extra 5 or 10.
Right.
So it's definitely a mindset, and my type of rich might not be your type of rich. For me, I don't need $1 million. I just need to live comfortably monthly.
Right.
You might need $1 million or $2 million. That's okay. That's just so being broke is a mindset for
Right.
sure.
All right. So do you think social media makes other people compare themselves to others?
Yeah, man. I compare myself constantly, which is bad. Don't compare yourself. Like that's really bad. But I do like social media because it also motivates me.
Right.
Like, yeah, I see somebody my age making, I'm like, I ain't letting this nigga outwork me.
Right.
And that's just my mindset. Like, if
Right.
you working harder than me,
It's your
I don't
pride.
like
Your
that.
pride getting to you.
Exactly.
Right.
Which pride, you know that they say pride is the devil, but sometimes you
Pride
need
is
that
a good
pride.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you need that pride where it's like, yo, I'm gonna work hard. But if your pride is like, oh, they got everything, they're lucky, this, and that, it's like, bro, come on.
Right.
Nobody lucky.
Don't be exactly.
That's how you work.
Exactly. You victimizing yourself.
Right. Now let's talk about the woman. And we talking about money now. Do the women stop men from chasing like their dreams? Stop men from like saving more? Like talk to me about that.
Yeah.
And you probably got experience. Like talk to us. Like,
Oh man. I want to say women stop you. I think girls stop you.
okay.
There's a difference. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like if you messing with a girl, she want a bag all the time. She want shoes, this and that. Whereas a woman, she'll be like, yo, I understand we gotta save. Let's work together.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like let's start a business together. that's the type of woman you need to find. A lot of us, we try to chase these little girls where it's like, yeah, they look good, but in the inside, they really not good.
They not, right?
Yeah, but it definitely can. Like, I have a girlfriend, so sometimes I'm like, dang, I gotta take her out, and she don't force me. Like, it's just what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I know that at the end of the day, a wife is an investment.
Right.
A wife is an investment.
Why is that? Talk to us.
There's a statistic that married men make 3 times more than single men.
Right.
So that means if you're married, there's a stat that 60% of married men make 3 times more. And why do you think that is? It's because they have a woman backing them up, whereas you're working 24/7. They're taking care of the kids, so your mental space. And also they
Mental,
come home, they got a
right.
fresh meal, or maybe it's that love. Sometimes we need that love. And as
Right.
black men, we don't receive it enough.
Right.
Single men be trying to impress the buddies. I ain't gonna lie. They gonna try to take the new girl they just met out on the gram out, spend money on them so they could, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You go out every weekend, spend $50, $60, and you go back to the crib with no girl. So it's like, damn, you just spend that
Nah,
much money,
facts.
and you going to the crib with no girl. So it don't make no sense to me.
So should a man focus on money first or relationship? What would you say?
Depends what relationship. We talking about God? Then no.
Nah, relationship like with a female, since we're on the topic already. Yeah.
Nah, man, girls come and go, bro. Respectfully, girls come and go. I feel like when you make that money, it's easier for, what you say, the birds to be around. You know, those type of girls. But yeah, I mean, unless you're grinding, because if you're grinding, you're gonna find a girl that's grinding just as much as you are, and that's how you know she's the one. But if you making money, and then you could tell when a girl wants you for your money. But always money first. Always money first, because you're gonna have a girl and you broke. To me, that don't make no sense. I'm not gonna have a girl and I'm broke. Whereas I can have a girl and have money, and then that's different.
All right, so do you think a man that's like late on bills, like he's waiting for his next paycheck, should be trying to go to the club on Saturday?
Nah, man. Like, if you know you hungry, if you know you gotta work, why you at the club every weekend? But something you must do is, de-stress. Like, if you want to go to the club, go once a month, but not every single weekend like most people do, just to impress girls that they're not getting, impress boy, like, you know, the guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
girls
I get
or
what you're
guys,
saying.
I don't know what y'all be on.
All right.
But sometimes we just go there trying to impress people, but it's like, bro, nobody really worried about you. You really need to stack that cheese. Once you stack that
Alright.
money, then people gonna really be looking at you.
So what you think would be the best method? All right, it's Wednesday right now. You won't get paid till next Friday. What you think somebody could do to make some quick money?
Or they broke.
Like, not broke, but like,
they broke, bro.
oh, they broke.
They broke.
Yeah, they broke.
Man, it's pretty hard when you broke.
You got a car.
You got a car. I mean, yeah, like you could do Uber Eats. I used to do Uber Eats back in the
Yeah.
day. Right, yo. Back in
That's
high
right.
school? What? That's how I was eating, bro. I used to do like Uber Eats. Maybe you got a lawnmower at the house, cut some grass. It's not hard.
So a little business.
Yeah, a little side hustle, something to just get some food in, you know what I mean, your system. But after that, a lot of people try to stay in those jobs, bro. If you know your job not paying you enough and you're working hard, try to get a new job. It's just simple.
Okay.
Do you feel like money buys happiness?
Nah.
Why not?
I mean, because there's famous people and rich folks who have killed themselves, like committed suicide. I forgot that actor name. He was a comedian, but he committed suicide. Yeah, something, Robin Williams, I think is. Yeah, Robin Williams.
Like 2013, something like that.
Yeah, so it's so many people who have had money and committed suicide, and just people who I follow, and they're like, yo, I have the money. But am I saying money don't matter? Nah, because money matters. When you hungry, you know what I mean? And you got money compared to don't have money, it's a lot better. But search for that thing that makes you happy. But having money makes it a lot easier. For example, I love to travel. I love to help others.
Sure.
Having money is going to allow me to do that, but I don't got money and I'm unhappy. It's like, damn.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. Speaking of the last episode, we had this conversation. I think money buy happiness. I think people that say that money don't buy happiness is bullshit. For example, all of us, we all like something that we want to do.
Yeah.
If I'm sad, if I'm depressed, man, I might go to Dominican. I might go to the DR. Like, you feel me? Like, or if I'm sad, like I would try to like pay to go get some help. Like, you feel me? Or like go somewhere where like my support system could be stronger. Like,
Yeah.
like money could help a lot of people do things, especially with their mental, that broke people won't be able to do. If I'm broke and depressed, like I'm cooked, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
I think 90% of our problem is caused by money. So if we have it, it's cool. But how about like for example, there's this quote in the Bible that says, "Nothing new under the sun."
Right.
So it's like, yes, you could travel, but how long you gonna do it for? After
Right.
2,
Right.
3 years of continuous travel, you're just gonna be like, bro, I'm tired. It's not. It's like it's the
Yeah,
same
it's
thing.
whatever, right.
Every place is beautiful.
Money can't fix every problem, bro. I ain't gonna
Exactly.
lie.
Especially when you feel lonely
Right.
and you have money, yeah, but then you know the people you hang around with don't really want you for you. They want you for your money.
Right.
Whereas you know you have a wife or just family around you, that's different. Money
Right.
can't buy that.
Right.
But it does solve 90% of our problems. For
It do.
sure.
It do. So like, we've been talking about money a lot. What was your life before this next step that you took, and what were some like problems that you had and that you was ignoring? Like,
Yeah. Before financial literacy, man, it was bad, bro. It was bad. Only because I will be the type to spend money on shoes constantly. I'll spend money. I used to smoke back in the day. I stopped that.
right.
And it was just things that was just not helping me in general. And then once I changed that mindset, I felt better. I stopped smoking.
Right.
I don't really buy clothes as much as I used to, which is nothing wrong, like if that makes you happy, but that didn't really make me happy.
Right.
So once I understood what makes me happy is saving. Like, I know it sounds crazy as somebody who couldn't save
Saving
$5.
makes me happy too.
Saving makes me happy, bro. Like when I see that bank account grow, like right now
Yeah.
in my Roth, I actually got like 20,000, which some people is not a lot, but for me, when I grew up, like I grew up in North Philly, like it was bad. So 20,000, somebody at the age of 22, I'm like, dang, it looks
facts.
good. It makes me happy.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I could agree with that because like, before I used to spend a lot of money on clothes and shoes, and like, I wasn't saving when it came to other things. So like, the clothes and shoes really started affecting me.
Yeah.
But now that I eliminated a lot of other things like going out, going to clubs, like doing bad habits, I'm able to still spend that money on clothes and shoes, but also able to
Yeah.
save a lot. Like, I've been trying to help like a lot of like my siblings and my friends to like learn how to save better.
Yeah.
And saving better, it really like bring happiness. Like, cause like whenever like there's a problem going on, like we never know when our car gonna be messed up.
Yeah,
You
bro.
never know when your mom going downhill and she needs you to
Yeah.
pay a bill.
For real.
Like, and I'm not gonna lie, like as a man, like you low key feel like a failure when you can't like, abstain like a lot of things. Like, you feel me? So like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like
No, definitely. And also, one thing I noticed is when I would be upset, I would be like, yo, let me go buy these shoes. And I'll be happy for the first 2 days, but after that, I'll go back to being upset.
damn, like
So I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
like, is it the shoes? Like, I had to figure out what is it that I'm afraid of or
Right.
upset with,
right,
and why do I tend to smoke or buy clothes?
right.
And then once I figured that out, it changed my whole life. And now, like, when I see that account grow, man, it be hitting different.
So like, what you want to do with your money, and like, what's next for you?
Yeah, I want to grow the social media for sure. That's like my number one thing, grow the social media.
Inshallah.
Just help people as much as I can. There's people that text me constantly now, which I love. They're like, yo,
You gonna have those. You gonna have those for sure.
Exactly. They're like, yo, hop on a call.
I'ma
Nah,
text
for
you
sure, bro.
myself.
Let me know. And I do everything for free. I don't charge anybody, but they be like, yo, hit me up like at 1 a.m. and we're talking about a Roth IRA, how to help them, how to open that up, how to help their family. I forgot the question. That's crazy.
So like, what's next for you
Oh, what's next
outside
for
of
me?
like social media? You said social media. What's
Yeah.
next for you, and what you gonna do with the money that you keep saving?
Yeah. I mean, just save it for now until I have kids, maybe pass it down. I never had somebody help me. Like, I never had a father in my life. So maybe my kids could have it, or maybe some of it. You know what I mean? But the more money I make is the more I want to help my community. So say, for example, I do workshops. So I host workshops. So say I be like, yo, anybody who join my workshop, I'm going to invest in you $100 for learning, but also I want to just
That's
give you
crazy.
something, you know
Tap
what I
in.
mean?
Tap in.
Oh, I ain't there yet. Hold on.
No, I'm saying tap in though soon.
Yeah, for real. You say what?
No, I was about to say, where do you host your workshops?
So I usually post them on like Instagram, and then do it over Zoom. So it's Ryan RYAN, but it's 3 N's dot 1 X. So
Go follow him. Go follow him, y'all.
for sure, appreciate. But yeah, man, I just want to be able to help others as much as I can. That's truly my goal. My goal in life is to help people as much as I can, and also travel, bro. Like, I want stuff for myself.
What's some places you want to travel to?
Shit, yo, I just went camping lately. It's in,
Camping.
yeah.
We gotta go. I want to go camping one day.
So I want to go to Redwood Park. I'm like big into national parks.
Camping it could be a jump.
Camping
We
is
got
fire.
set that up. We
No,
gotta set
for
that
sure.
up.
Let me know. I'll be
Yeah.
setting that stuff up all the
Yeah.
time. But not necessarily other countries, which yes, I want to do that. But like, I never been to Chicago. I heard Chicago's beautiful. I want to go to Yosemite Park. I want to go to Utah. I heard Utah's beautiful. So-
Utah.
bro, I know it sounds crazy, but
Utah nice.
I heard
That
Utah
joint
is beautiful. Like it's just the mountains, all that. So
Right.
I'm more of a nature type of dude.
Yeah, okay. So like this segment is for you to like ask us questions, us three.
Yeah.
You can ask us 2 questions, 1 question.
Yeah.
Like, and after this, we're gonna get to the next segment.
Yeah. All right, that's good. First and foremost is what made you start this podcast? Because this is something that everybody needs. Everybody need to tap in for sure. But also, how did you have the courage? Because we're out here in the public, and y'all seem so natural. Where I'm like a little afraid. I'm shaking. I see people walking out for real.
We chilling.
So I'm just like, like y'all courage is giving me courage. So how did you get that courage, and what made you start this?
What made us start is obviously, Talks with Isha being the name. We're Muslim, like, we follow Islam, and we just brothers that like to just, yap all the time. And we just figured, like, why not just, like, set up a camera, invite some guests, and just yap and just talk. You feel me? What was the other question? I forgot.
How do you get that courage to just be out in the public and just do what you got to do and not be afraid of others' opinion?
To be honest, like, this is like our third episode. We just recorded the episode before this, but the courage is like, we working on it. I mean, it's just something like that's became natural as, we going. Feel me? So.
What's next, man, in the sense how you growing? What are you going to do differently to hit more people? Because I think, like I said, this is something everybody needs, because you're just not talking about financial literacy. Your next podcast might be about social media, and after that, it might be about something bigger like family or black men's health. So what are the next steps you're taking to spread this more to people who need it?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a great question, amazing question. Just cause this is our 3rd episode, but like all 3 of our episodes, the guests been different.
Oh, right.
So our 2nd episode was an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Our 1st episode was like, he's like into the gym a lot, but he's also motivational. He's a black guy that did cheer and
Word.
yes.
That's what's up, bro. You don't
feel
get
me?
many.
That's what I'm saying. Our first
dope.
episode was crazy. Our 2nd episode was an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
big entrepreneur in Philly, and then our 3rd episode is like, financial literacy. Like, that's perfect. Like, those 3 episodes mean a lot, and we probably gonna get 3 different audiences from all 3 episodes, and I feel like all 3 episodes are very important. Like, the first episode is more about like courage and like discipline and more of like motivation, like just to be different. Cause in Philly, like, we really boxed in. 2nd episode was like, do outside the box. We all want to go to the NBA. We all want to rap, but how about start a business?
Yeah,
You
for
feel
real,
me?
for real.
3rd episode was, how can we save money better? You feel me? How can we be more disciplined? How can we change our habits to like help ourselves in the long run? Like, all these episodes just been very like beautiful, and I'm appreciative that this is our 3rd episode. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and we're learning each episode. Like, I learned a lot just now from you. I learned a lot from last episode. I learned a lot from episode 1. So
Yeah. And I guess the last question, because I know you said I need to have a conversation, but what is that struggle? Because I think sometimes we need to be vulnerable in the camera, because it
Okay.
gives the audience, a sense of connection. So what is something you've been struggling financially or just in life that?
Well, I'm still young. Like, I'm 19.
Oh, okay.
But like, I feel like at this age and where I be around, there's not a lot of people that know too much about that, like financial literacy. And I'm trying to, like, I got a lot going on myself, so I definitely need help with like paying bills and things like that, and how to save my money more and like balance like pleasure with priorities.
Yeah, that's a big one. Sometimes there's a line that we can't see when
Yeah.
it's like, when is it pleasure? When is it priority?
I know,
So
cause
it's-
I like to have fun,
Yeah.
but I know I do have priorities that I need to take care of before that though.
But we could do both. I think that's the biggest thing. Just
Yeah.
understand that you could do both.
Thank
For
you.
sure. We definitely gonna talk.
we gonna talk.
All right, so now we're gonna get into a couple questions. It's like this or that.
All right, but
So first question would be discipline or motivation.
easily disciplined.
All right. Consistency or talent.
Consistency. Consistency always beats talent. No matter how much talent you got, that don't mean nothing if you're not consistent.
What Phantom said, hard work beat talent if talent can't be hard work.
Hell, for
I ain't
real.
gonna lie.
Hey.
That's a quote right there.
Amen.
All right. Books or experience.
Experience. I read so much. Like, we was talking actually about I have Atomic Habits in my car, so I'll be reading a
I
lot.
read that a lot.
Yeah, I read a lot, man. That's something else we should all read,
That's a
man.
good book.
I'm about to start reading that book.
Yeah, but experience, because you could read about a beautiful place, but when you get to experience it, you just like, it hits you there. It hits your soul. Whereas reading may hit your heart or your mind, but your soul is different.
Speaking of like Atomic Habits, is like that book, I like it a lot because everybody experienced something that made them change their mindset. Like, for example, like what you said. Like, when I see that in your car, I just know, like, you in the right mindset now. Because,
Yeah.
like, a lot of people see that book, but they don't want to read it because they probably, like, pushing it in the back. But that's a great book to read, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's challenging because it makes you open up to yourself, like the things you're doing bad. And some of us don't want to hear that we're bad at financial literacy or saving. So we try to ignore it, but ignoring it is making it worse.
So you think it's like a pride thing?
I think we have a hard time making ourselves seem weak. You
It's
know,
a fixed mindset.
exactly, for sure. I think embarrassment is an emotion that we don't tap in enough. You know what I mean? We should let
Yeah.
ourselves to be embarrassed because it helps us grow and be more courageous. Where being courageous is just basically doing that thing while you're afraid. That's the
Yeah.
only thing that it is. No different than being afraid. It's just you're taking that action.
Okay. All right. So which do you prefer, early mornings or late nights?
Early morning. I love to grind in the morning. I like to run. And then at night, I just like to eat good food, you know what I mean? But I like to eat and just watch TV.
So
Yeah.
do you like sleep late? Or
Nah,
go
nah.
to sleep late?
Not really. Probably like around 10 the latest.
Oh.
Damn.
That's
Oh my
late?
gosh.
That's late?
I be getting
Nah,
off
that's
at
early.
Oh, that's early? No,
I get
bro.
off at
Especially now that I'm working this 9 to 5, bro. They be putting me right to bed as soon as I get home.
Oh, they be working you.
Yeah, bro. Slaving, bro. Wait, like, actually, don't add that. They probably gonna see this. Like, yo. No. But it's a cool job. It's just, that's not what I want. We don't want that from life. We don't want to be the average. I don't want to be average.
All right. So risk taking or playing it safe?
I think this is the only one where it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Only because, especially while you're young, take as much risk as you can. But there's some risks that you shouldn't be taking. Like, I know a lot of people don't believe in making deals with the devil, but I believe in that, bro. I believe that the devil's real, and people will take that risk just to be famous or whatever, where I'm like, nah, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to stick with God. And if I succeed, I succeed. And if I don't, then yellow.
What's like a example of that?
I only hear what I, like, but I only, like, I hear a lot of things about the industry, about
Okay.
people, like, selling their souls.
Yeah.
You know, to be popular or money, which, yes, but we say it's crazy, but a lot of people, especially if you're not religious, you don't believe in God, it's like, they like, bro, I don't really care anyways. I'm going to die. I might as well have fun while I'm alive. But I'm like, man, I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep. It's not worth it.
So do you believe in working harder or working smarter?
Smarter. I think especially Africans and immigrants in general, they work the hardest. But yet, a lot of us are still not necessarily in the hood, but we're not doing as good as other people. And I just believe it's because they have the information, so they tend to work harder. But you can work hard and still work smart. But if you can, I choose smarter every time.
Okay. Peace or ambition?
Ambition. You can always get peace at the end. But if you have peace all your life, it just becomes normal. You know, you got to struggle in order to have peace. It's like the only reason good days are so good is because we have bad ones.
That's deep. That's deep.
That's heavy. I ain't gonna lie.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Hey, shout out David Goggins, yo. You see this, yo? Help me carry the boat.
All right. Confidence or humility?
I think a lot of us are very, like, we're too timid and we like to be very, how do I say this? Like, keep it to ourselves. Like, when we do something good, we keep it to ourselves. But I like to be confident, man. Like, if you're succeeding and you post it, I like that. Because it's, for one, my brother's succeeding. But two, it's like, oh, if he could succeed, I know I could succeed. So,
Thanks.
you know what I mean? But not overly confident where it's like, I'm him, I'm the shit. No, but it's like, yo, I'm really doing this. And I'm going to tell you in your face that I'm going to do it, whether you believe in me or not.
Especially like with this content stuff, like you can't have an ego,
Yeah.
and like I never experienced like that in a negative way, but I learned from like other people. Like having an ego will really stop you from learning,
Yeah.
and like being boxed in, like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you also gotta be confident in your abilities, because that's the only way you're gonna go up. Like that's the only way you're gonna believe. Being confident is a belief, bro. Like
Yeah.
having an ego though is a challenge, because your personality just have a fixed mindset into the reality, like, you know, and that could be like a huge problem. But like, so this is like the final thing. Just look at the camera when you say this. What's like a motivation you have for like the youth, for people our age,
Yeah.
especially like how you like change? Because I knew you beforehand, I knew you now, and like I even talked about this with Emmanuel, like you really like change, and I really love it. I love seeing people change. Like I
Yeah.
seen people like do like what you say like dickhead stuff, and then become like this person that like very influential. Like say to your face like you very influential, bro.
Appreciate
It's
you,
like
bro.
where you come from, bro. I didn't even know you was in a D. I didn't even know you was born there and raised there. Like
Yeah.
they like Tarzan came. Came,
Nah.
came in with cheese, but like that's like real like motivation. That's why I wanted to do this podcast. Like just let the youth know like what's up. Like
Yeah, man. For one is it's just knowing you could do it. You know, a lot of people tell us because we live in these neighborhoods, we're not gonna be nothing growing up. But like, if you listen to them, yeah, you're never gonna be anything. But put yourself outside the box. You know, hang around others, do things that is scary, but yeah, you know could help you. Maybe it's leaving the city. Maybe it's changing your friend groups. Maybe it's just being honest with yourself and being vulnerable. So whatever it is, man, you got it. You could do it. But surround yourself around others who is gonna make you succeed. Because if not, you're gonna fail. I'd rather. There's this quote that is, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. So I truly believe in that.
that's heavy. That's heavy. So Ryan, tell the viewers where they can find you and what's next and what type of content you post. Like just promote yourself for a little bit.
Yeah. I have a hard time promoting because I feel embarrassed sometimes.
But
But
you good, bro.
yeah. So what's next is just like I said, just continuing to help others financially. Whatever questions, I don't think no question is done when it comes to being financially literate. So my next steps are just growing my social media, maybe traveling, or the other schools and just promoting financial literacy. But my Instagram handle is Ryan with 3 N's .1x. So you can catch me there. And if you need any help, just DM me. I'm always happy to help somebody out.
Love. Episode 3, man. Ryan, man. Appreciate y'all. Talks after Isha. We out here. Episode 3, man. 3.